So we're getting closer to the end. Our next two speakers will be Hank Fleming. He's the Chief Technology Officer at Process Design Center in the Netherlands. And then Magnus Andersson, he is from the Innovation Management and Communication Group, IMCG in Sweden. And Hank will speak about the exploitation outcomes and impact that was created through business exploitation in the case of SpotView, and Magnus will do the same for INSPIREWATER. And after their presentations, they will take over, and then we go directly into the panel discussion with our technology providers and industrial end users, which is about like opportunities and challenges for new innovative technologies being implemented in the industry. Hank, do you have the floor and can switch to the next slide?
Yes, I have.
Perfectly.
Hello, can you hear me? Is
yes,
it too loud? Or is it okay? Okay, this is the part from SpotView on the next steps towards creating sustainable impact, and that's mainly by exploitation. In the presentation, I will shortly explain the technologies and strategies of SpotView and also the exploitation strategy that we applied. And the next part is on the key exploitable results, but time is a little bit short, and these exploitable results are also available from the website. There are nice brochures for each technology is available. A little bit about Process Design Center. We are a technology provider in process development, integration and optimization using unique tools which are called ProSyn. And that is a combination of heuristic and numeric tools for conceptual design, techno-economic analysis and process integration. And that's indeed the role we had in SpotView. We worked on that part, process development and validation, integration, optimization of all the water and energy saving strategies and technologies, as well as on the IPR strategy and exploitation of the results. So in SpotView, we had more than 10 different technologies that were tested in several sectors. So we had the dairy sector, the paper sector, and the steel sector. And these technologies have been tested by many partners. As you can see the logos in the screen. We had technologies which were quite new, like for instance the anaerobic aerobic membrane reactor, the BioControl Concept, which allows in situ production of biocide and a chemical heat pump, and some other technologies that are already well known but not yet applied for the application. We also had coupled those technologies to strategies, and we had strategies on several aspects related to water. So separated technologies to recycle process water and recover valuable substances from it, to improve the wastewater treatment plant water recycle or reuse in the process, and also to produce biogas from those wastewaters, to reuse the waters without treatment, do microbial control for water recycling, to save fresh water using alternative sources like rain or seawater. That was mainly in the steel industry, and look at water, wastewater from the other water streams from the perspective of heat recovery. What did we do on exploitation? So we did quite some work on that. Of course, we monitored the impact and exploitation activities, but we did more than that. We developed 5 key exploitable results and had 2 exploitation strategy seminars. One was supported by the EC Common Exploitation Booster Service, and we benefited a lot, both with the tools and the support from outside. We developed technology leaflets that are available for you, and I will show where they are. And we had several workshops in SpotView to promote those technologies. So the first one was in Spain, in Avilés, in October 2018. We had one last year in Zaragoza at the water conference. site meeting, and today, of course, there is another one. We also looked at the commercial scenarios to see how we best can exploit the results per partner, and it depends a bit on the type of partner. Some will exploit it internally, others will exploit it through licensing, and we have several models and also analyze them with several tools. Yes. So the characterization of the exploitation tools that we used were 3 tools. The first one is to characterize the key exploitable results in terms of what is the product, what is the problem it solves, what markets do we address, what are the customers in those markets, what are the competitors. Also, which partners do we need to exploit the results, and what are the external experts that are needed, what is the status of the intellectual property rights, and finally, what does the strategy for exploitation look like in terms of activities and cost, but also the financing and revenues related to that. To analyze the market, we used a canvas model that addresses several elements of the market. It's a very useful tool. And also for risk assessment, we use a risk assessment matrix and a priority map of the risks. So in all, we developed 5 key exploitable results. Here you see which one those are. So the dark green ones, so the Valmet Ultrafilter and the cross-rotational filter, that was one of them. We have the CDI from, that's the Capacitive Deionization technique, the Anaerobic aerobic membrane bioreactor, the BioControl Concept, and the chemical heat pump. And those are qualified as key exploitable results. We have some exploitable results and some that are potentially exploitable, and also some that are that disqualified for several reasons. Could be technical, can be non-technical. So in the next slide, it is as a reference for you, a very short summary of each technology in terms of what does it address. So is it a technology or process or a service that is offered? What is the benefit of it? So this is, for instance, for the Valmet Ultrafilter system. What is the development status? I have a prototype being built. Has it been demonstrated? And also, what is the means of exploitation or licensing that is proposed? Also some contact details, and in this case, Valmet wants to do it through their own services and portfolio and offer this technology. The second one is BFI. BFI is more looking at providing services on implementing these technologies in the market. This one is the one of CERT, and CERT is a research and technology developing center, and of course they have no direct profit center, so they are looking for partners for further scale up and putting this into the market. We have the BioControl Concept from Finland to in situ produce biocide, and they have a nice demonstrator but still need support to scale it up, but they want to exploit it through sales of equipment and services. And then finally we have the chemical heat pump, which is a bit an outlier, especially also in this conference. But as we have heard, it's very important to recover heat from water streams, and often these are heats at very low temperatures, say 40 to 60 degrees, and normal heat pumps are not as efficient as this new chemical heat pump that has been developed by Q-Pinch. And this technology, which uses phosphates, has been developed also now in SpotView for lower temperature applications. So this is our last slide. The technology leaflets are available on the website of SpotView. Under documents, you find them, and you can read through them and learn more about the status of these technologies and how they will be exploited. And if you're interested, you can contact the SpotView partners. There are contact details included. This was my presentation.